Hello and welcome to another playthrough of Ancient Domains of Mystery. I'll be rolling a completely random character again. Now, if I do get another troll, I'm gonna re-roll because I got like 2 or 3 trolls in a row. Okay. Let's see what we get. A grey elf fighter. Okay. Born in the month of the unicorn. Now, okay, not really ideal for an ultra ending. Yeah, we might just do a regular ending where I might try and go through the game a little bit quickly. Not like a speed run or anything. Don't really have the skill for it. And this is my second recording test character because the first one got, well, destroyed by the fungoid overlord because of some crucial things I forgot. And, well, it was embarrassing really, but you can check it out in my other videos. So a grey elf fighter now. Problem, of course, at the beginning is our very low toughness. And since we rolled a fighter, that is indeed going to be a problem now. I would like to do the old barbarian quest, however, so I am going to try and make my first kill a giant frog. I could go for a beggar or a mugger at the outlaw town, but well, it's a little bit tedious to kill 20 of them. For the barbarian quest, giant frogs are much easier because they spawn in the swamps here. Okay, Hydra, we can probably escape easily. Now it might take a little bit of time for us to... Yeah, there we go, horde of huge frogs. That's what we were looking for. Let's kill one and try not to kill any more. I don't want to level up yet. Because even though we are a fighter, we got a decent learning score, we got literacy, we can hopefully get through the small cave at some point to visit the high mountain village, so that's why I'm doing it like this. And gonna go and check out the shop here. Just to identify items and see if there's anything good. There's a potion of exchange. Nothing really so good that we would want to immediately try to rob the store now. I'm gonna be doing the shop exploit again. This way the shopkeeper thinks their shop is empty and they will restock. I think... Yeah, I'm not gonna be bothering with the Rolf quest. I might, however, want to visit the... yeah, well, I can always decide later, but let's do this riddle first. And then we'll get pickpocket. Not all that... well, I mean, it's a pretty useful skill if you remember to use it a lot, which I usually don't. I eat the elven bread now so I can make it to the small cave without visiting the first town yet. Now, this way everything here spawns at level 2, so it's going to be much easier. Even if I kill stuff, I'll just... the new ones spawning are just level 2, so later when I'm going through this cave, it'll be much easier. A large ration, nice. I think we did get, yeah, actually it doesn't really matter, because we are probably, or yeah, we are not going to be doing the Filk quest, so doesn't really matter if we kill more frogs now. Just didn't want to kill them before to not level up to level 2 before visiting the small cave. Okay, let's see. I think I will need to buy some food. And I guess we might start from, because of our low toughness, we might even start from the in the beginner dungeon. Gonna pick up these quests, so we need the healing skill, so we will be doing the village elder quest, or the mad carpenter quest, however you wanna call it now. I can lure the sheriff away, and now let's find the campsite. And well, I'm still going to go to the beginner village, beginner dungeon first, just to be safe. Okay, we got the tiny girl quest, we got the sheriff in a different place. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the unassuming cave now. This should be a little easier way to start the game. If I'm not entirely wrong, I think you'll get a high score deduction when you finish the game if you enter this beginner dungeon. Let's see, find weakness is fairly important, same with archery, athletics. Yeah, we have a lot of useful skills. I think dodge is always useful at the start, same with athletics. Nice. Now again, I really should not be using berserk mode all the time. Not that this, well, we might die pretty fast because of our low HP. One thing though, I would like to start training some missile ability, ranged ability right away. We can get rocks from the goblin campsite. Just have to keep an eye on our level so we don't overlevel. I want to do the granage quest. It is a great way to farm some early arrows. You can get quite a lot if we manage to stay alive. We do have such low toughness. I'm gonna go for Treasure Hunter, of course. Now, did we have... We have 7 protection value, and Coward Mode we have 30 defense value, so... we might be okay with Granach. I guess we'll find out. This game will kill you fast if you get overconfident. You think you can manage something when you can't, and well, this happened to me many times. I even got one of those times on video now. More athletics, more dodge. Literacy, I might leave it under 50. If it's under 50 when you do the first Wolf Town quest, you will get a potion of literacy and you can get it quite high with it, so that might be one way to go. Swimming, I will take a little bit of swimming just in case we encounter a river early. and the only way to cross is going to be swimming. A fire beetle corpse may or may not get fire resistance. I think when you eat the fire beetle corpse, the message is always the same. You suddenly feel very hot. Okay, we got a toughness increase, nice. Now how's our other stats? Dexterity is pretty good. Willpower, yeah. We don't really have such great stats, but we will make up for it. But we just have to survive the early game first. Now, since we only got one talent at the start, we won't be getting melee weapon master. We can go for missile weapon master though. A fighter is a formidable ranged attacks user, so missile weapon master might be pretty nice to get. Okay, now we are level 5, so I do believe I have to go and do the Granage quest now. I think when you get closer to 6, Granage leaves the countryside and you cannot finish the quest anymore. Let's take some first aid. I think it might also be just a number of experience, but okay, let's see how much. I think I can still clear these rats. It's gonna be a bit close though. We have food preservation, no. Okay, I'm gonna retreat and go kill Granach, the Raider Lord. Just going to be taking the quest from the sheriff here. We already find something useful, probably not. Cloak, maybe. Well. Alright, let's try and spawn Granach. Oh, we got pretty lucky. Did not have to spend much time looking for him. Now, we should be able to withstand all the attacks pretty nicely. So I'm just gonna be farming arrows, running around. Now I'm looking for a spot where there is some water tiles so that we could stand near the edge of the map and only be surrounded by 1 or 2 enemies while the rest will attack us. With ranged weapons might not be so lucky, but well, I think this is it, yeah. Only 2 enemies will, and the rest will be firing some arrows at us, and I don't think they will be able to hit us. And if they do hit, yeah, only 2 damage, so we should be able to farm a nice amount of arrows. Now we are right next to Granach, the Raider Lord, but I don't think he can hurt us too badly. At least not before we have acquired a decent amount of arrows. We're already 50. So I could go for like 100 now, and I can also train the first aid skill whenever I do take damage. You can train the first aid skill every time you use it. It doesn't matter if it works or not. The skill will be trained. So this is also a way to get some early levels in first aid. Now 60, 70. Oh, I missed a chance to use first aid there. Here we go. I think we're doing pretty fine. Some more first aid. Now let's see how many we have. Around 80 to 100. I'll take a couple more, since we can withstand this so well. Even without the healing skill. Okay, now we get critted by granite, so I think it is time to start killing. See how we do with defensive mode. Just so we can maybe get out of this cubby here. Yep. We can even maybe do one hit hit berserk. Can advance a little bit again. More arrows, and we are home free of being surrounded, so now we can just run around a bit and always hit the one that's catching up to us. So we should be okay. It's a nice fighter class power, getting some more protection value. I'm gonna be taking some points in archery so I can quickly get it to a 100 and some more athletics. And maybe some find weakness. Now, putting more points into find weakness probably is not going to be necessary, because the skill is trained every time you crit, and the skill itself makes your crit chance higher, so it's kind of like a tends to its own advancement. Let's take Treasure Hunter. And now we got all of the other monsters dead. So I'm gonna go around and pick up all the arrows first before killing granites, because I want to try and return his corpse to the sheriff for a nice early gold bonus. And it's just much easier to see all the items for the whole map here using the ASCII mode. Now we can switch back and just kill Granach. I hope we can manage it. Should be okay. Yep. Now pick up his corpse. He always leaves a corpse. And yeah, we didn't leave anything behind. Now run straight to the sheriff. And first we give the corpse for some gold, and then we finish the quest for some more gold. And now we can... I'm actually going to return to the... I have 2 large... Yeah, I'm gonna go and buy enough large rations to make us strained, so we can train our strength a little bit. Do I have anything I want to try on? Medium shield, maybe? It's a little risky if it's cursed, because our small shield is not too bad for a starting item. Oh, we got a short bow also. That's very nice. So now I can drop all the separate arrows, and we have a stack of 108 normal arrows. They are by far the most common one, so they will always be the largest stack when you farm arrows like that. The potion of extra healing, well, I'm gonna actually drop it to protect it from item destruction. We can in the early game we can use a couple prayers for healing. If we get into a bind, I'm just gonna drop basically everything else, and then with large rations I will make myself strained. Are there any blessed ones? You can tell from the price, the ones that are the most common? Are the uncursed one? Yeah, there's one blessed. Yeah, the lowest price is cursed, the middle price is uncursed, and the highest price is blessed. No, I think where we if we are male, so charisma is the stat that affects shop prices, and our charisma is not too bad actually. For I would have preferred to take something else, but such is life when you completely randomize the character. I wonder if we can squeeze in one more. No, okay, the gold only weighs 32 stone, so no. Oh, nice. The short bow was not cursed. We can try to find a better one now. I think we can get up to strength 18 being strained. Oh, actually went to the puppy cave, that's okay. Now I can start training the bow skill immediately. Now there is a way to train archery also. Whenever you shoot an arrow that goes to the red area or the yellow area, I think there's depends on the bow you're using. You will train the skill, and you can kind of cheat this whenever you meet an enemy, and you can aim behind them to the red area, so the game will think it'll count the arrows that would have gone to the red area. They just hit someone on the way, but it's a little bit tedious. Like you have to do this on every enemy, and it's a little bit slow going, so I'm not gonna be doing that too much here, because I think we can just increase our a blink dog. It's actually might be a little dangerous for us actually. This might actually just kill us. However, getting teleport control is kind of crucial. I'm really not sure if I can handle this now. Oh, I think I'm gonna go back and hopefully... Oh, they are faster than us, of course, because we are strained. Did not realize that blink dogs could spawn in the beginner dungeon, but well, we do have this corridor now where we can fight. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna... I really would not like to kill the summoner, but I'm not sure if we have much choice. Maybe like this we can manage. Yeah, probably not. I think we're gonna have to just kill them all so we can escape with our lives. See if we can kill them in defensive mode. Or maybe normal. Normal seems to be maybe a little bit better. Oh, or maybe we can get one of them to drop a corpse. Take some athletics and dodge. There should be quite a lot of the blink dogs still. Oh, we got a corpse, nice. Now, well, I'm gonna eat it right away. Coward mode. Should be okay. Now, I might have to use a prayer, but I will try and not use one yet, if I can manage it. Ooh, nice. Another blink dog. Now, if we could escape, we can gonna drop a couple of the... Actually, I'm gonna drop like 10. We can pick them up later. If I can bring the blink dog to the shop in the first town, then I can save it for later in case we lose teleport control for whatever reason. We can get it back, and we have a guaranteed way to do that. So that is very, very useful. Now let's hope the corpse does not rot yet. As in a shop, a corpse will never rot. So yeah, we did manage to save a blink dog. So we have a spare blink dog corpse now, which will give us teleport control if we ever lose it. For example, from drinking from a pool. Oh, bit too much to carry. Oh, and another blink dog corpse. Now well, I'm gonna take that one back too. Then we can maybe do some crazy amounts of drinking from pools. Ah, it did not survive. Well, no matter, we got that one. Unsaved already. Or maybe we can get still another one. Yeah, being strained, we will fall down the stairs. That's a little bit damage, but I don't think there should be anything too dangerous here. Could be wrong, and well, the game will teach me. Yeah, now I think I can just start spamming arrows. We'll train the bow skill. Having some sort of range ability is really very important. Ooh. I completely underestimated the ogre. First of all, I think we would be a lot faster, but since we are strained, we are very, very slow. Spaced out a little bit on that. I think to be safe, I should probably head back and explore the rest of it later. I think it's time to go and get the healing skill, because this is fairly dangerous. With a toughness score of 11, we are not really all that durable. I will take the whip in case we need to change our alignment. A dexterity increase, nice. Can we pick up the heavy boots without becoming overburdened? Yes, we can. I'm gonna drop some stuff here that I dare not try on it. The heavy boots I might actually Even if they are cursed, shouldn't be too much of a problem. So we got 1 point of protection value. Any points in the early game is really good. We are up to 9 now. It should be, well, 10-ish is quite enough for the puppy cave, for example. Here we have some wands, some potions. Well, out of habit I'm picking up some corpses because they train the food preservation skill or any food that can rot in your inventory. We don't have the skill, so I don't really need to pick them up. A little bit of a force of habit there. Now I'm gonna buy some more food to make us trained again, to train our strength. Actually, I'm gonna buy the... Can I carry the iron ration? No. Now let's go to the village dungeon. We are still a little bit low on health, so we should be a little bit careful. I think we can pretty safely train our bow skill here. At least safe-ish. Now getting archery up, as you can see, is pretty slow going. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take dodge and still some athletics. I could start pickpocketing. And we need to pickpocket, I think, like 27 times to satisfy the Master Thief, so they can teach us some more skills if we want to go that route. I think there are some... disarm traps and detect traps are some of the skills they can teach us. Another short bow. Well, since this one was uncursed, I might just try. Yeah, it's better. Also uncursed. Nice. Oh, some orcs. They probably can't punch through our armor too badly. Ooh. A early chaotic altar. Now this... we might convert it and take an early crowning. Since we are not going for any special ending, we can just go for an early crowning, but I think... well, it's a little bit awkwardly spaced. I would... yeah. I'm gonna try and get some more gold and convert that altar and then take an early crowning. I'm not gonna be going for a pre-crown because it's super tedious, and if we are just doing a really normal run with nothing special planned, then I think the pre-crown is gonna be a huge waste of time. Unless you get something amazing, there's always that chance, but well, we can also get something good from the normal crowning in less than half the time. Or well, it'll take the same amount of time, but since we only do that one crowning, then we could maybe go for a post crowning. Well, let's see if we can even get enough gold to convert the altar. I'm gonna leave all the stuff here, maybe pick it up later when we have that strength 18. want to keep myself strained as long as possible. Okay, there we got one increase. I'm fairly confident we can get to 18, so I'm gonna keep doing it like this for a while. I think we can manage to do the quest too. Let's just drop the... When I go and get the carpenter, I will just drop the extra rations. So it's not too dangerous. Nice room to train our bow skill. Hopefully we can get a nice weapon from the ground. Now I can't remember what crowning gifts fighters have, but I would imagine it's mostly weapons. Oh, that was unlucky. There was a booby trap door and our better short bow got destroyed. Luckily we do have a replacement. We can keep training our skill. Early game traps can be very dangerous and annoying. And actually a smart way to play would be to not try and kick a locked door, but first try and find a way around, which as you can see I could have done. There was a way around to the door, so... Hey, bow's already level 4. I want to get them at least 6 before I start training anything else, if I even can. I don't have a sling, I don't have... Well, rocks I can get from the goblin camp, but a sling is another matter. We are off to a pretty okay start, I think. Okay, another... Well, probably no way around it. I wonder if we have enough gold to convert the altar yet. Well, oh, there's our 18 strength, nice. Now, to get to 19 you have to be overburdened, and overburdened I think hurts your dexterity, so it's not worth it anymore to increase it further, I think. I'm gonna go and do the carpenter quest, or finish this quest, so we can get the healing skill, and then I will try and get that crowning. Now, it is the village dungeon level 4 where you meet Jared. Jared, the healer, who can teach you the healing skill. And then I believe on level 7 you can find the carpenter who we are looking for. You have to demonstrate to Jared that you can show mercy, and a way to do that is to lure the mad carpenter to church so they can heal them, and this way church considers you merciful because you didn't kill the carpenter somewhere, which you can also do. You can still complete the quest, you just can't get the healing skill, and then you have to do another type of quest to get the healing skill, which is not ideal, at least not for us, for this run. They can heal us, which is nice. And as you can see, before I will teach you, you need to prove that ye are able to exert mercy. Now, where are the downstairs? Now, there is a dark room here. Actually gonna unequip my sword in case I run into a cat or anything. I'm not gonna kill them in one hit in card mode. Can just go around and look for the stairs. There was some enemy there, I could not manage to harm it. Okay, I think it was that fire beetle. You should also actually always open doors, not standing in front of it, but stand diagonal to it, because if the door has a I think it's some sort of falling door or collapsing door trap, or a stone block trap, I think there can also be. Well, anyway, it'll hit the square right in front of the door, so at least you can avoid one or two trap types just by standing in the right spot. It is, of course, always not possible, but whenever you can. Okay, I'm gonna drop most of I'll keep the tiny key, because opening a locked door with a key will also disarm any trap that is present there. Now, obviously there are different there's different door types, or actually lock types, I think. Yeah, this one is with a small lock. I think there's 6 or 7 different type of keys. Oh, I misclicked. I was supposed to drop the larger stack of the rations and keep the smaller one. Yeah, I think we can. Oh, actually, I'm gonna kill that orc still, so maybe they don't pick up our stuff. Okay, another dangerous door. Nothing bad happens. Oh, hey, another tome. Now, since we are a elf and we have quite okay learning, we can also eat the oracle corpse to get above 20. We can maybe even learn some spells as a fighter. Now, getting like something like Strength of Atlas is very useful, but let's see if we can first survive this poison that the centipede gave us. Now, poison you can also mitigate with first aid. Whenever you take damage from the poison, you can use first aid. And sometimes you can even heal a little bit. And, well, I can heal the same amount that the poison does. But since my skill is so low, I cannot do it every time, so poison might be a little bit dangerous. Let's take some more dodge. And archery, we can get already up to 70. It's pretty nice. Okay, so now I think I might go. Yeah, I think I might just beeline it to Missile Weapon Master. Or maybe I should. I'm debating on if I should take some defensive. Something defensive, like maybe healthy. Order is always useful too. Get more carrying capacity. Yeah, the offense is the best defense, so just more damage with the missile weapons is good. Also, it is a prerequisite for missile weapon master, so. Hopefully we can find a spider corpse, or actually I think a giant centipede corpse also gives you poison resistance. It's a fairly annoying status condition in the early game, because you can't really deal with it all that well unless you get lucky and spawn some herbs in the early dungeons, and one of the bushes is an antidote bush. Another locked door. I'm just trying to find the downstairs as quickly as I can, because I want to first complete the quest and get the healing skill, and then I can come back later and clear the rest of it. Oh, there's gonna be a lot of traps in this room. They are all kobold trap masters, and they will probably have time to spawn quite a few traps in the room. So I think we should go too deep into the room, just to be safe. I do want to check the squares with the loot though, so hopefully they didn't make many traps on those squares. I think we are okay. Nice, we got plenty of wands and some more short bows. Maybe we get another upgrade. I think I might. Okay, actually those are gonna be probably the same. And uncursed. Again, you can just tell by them being the most common ones. The plus ones and uncursed. Okay, this should be the floor where the Mad Carpenter resides. A ice vertex can be a bit dangerous. We are a little bit faster. Well, not too fast. Yeah, that is quite bad. Jared can heal us though. Now. Well, I don't think the Carpenter can kill us. He can hit us quite often though, because we are so slow. This is a bit risky. If they crit us, we might die. Oh, well, actually they probably need to crit us at least twice in a row, but yeah, I think we are okay. Oh, wrong way. Oh, this is annoying. Rattling Warrior might disarm us. Oh, and yeah, this is quite bad. I might have to use a prayer here, and then try to kill the Rattling in Berserk mode really quickly. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna do that. Could have been the end of Rectest2. Well, I don't mind spending prayers in the early game to healing. So late game you're probably not gonna be using any prayers for healing, so doesn't matter if they get a bit costly now. I think whenever you use the same type of prayer, so if you pray for healing or pray when your health is low and the god heals you, then the next heal will be more expensive in piety points. There is a system that tracks your piety level with the deities, and you kind of spend those points with prayers, and eventually a prayer type will become so expensive that you just can't use it anymore. Oh, did I forget which room? Is it this room? Yeah. There we go. They drop a hatchet, and huge manual is a manual of bridge building. I have never really used the bridge building skill. I always use a wand of cold or lure a ice type enemy on the floor where you need to build a bridge. Oh, I guess we got robbed. Or did I drop my gold somewhere? Maybe I left it here. 'Cause now we definitely don't have enough to convert the altar. Oh yeah, I left it here. Nice. Now we might have enough. I'll pick up some of that, actually all the stuff. Can we manage the rations? No. Maybe we can manage 4. Nope. Let's do it like this, and then I'm gonna return. Or go and drop the stuff in the town, and then I will come back with a full bag of food, and I can start on the crowning process. And we got healing skill at, well, 18, but we can increase it quite quickly. Oh, and I really should start pickpocketing now. Pickpocket every humanoid that comes our way. Don't really need the rock. Soon we can get all the rocks we need from the goblin camp if we can find a sling. We don't have a sling yet. No, it was the... yeah, it's the first floor where the... altar is. I think we're gonna just drop everything. Oh man, I did make a mistake there. I should have tried to convert the altar straight away, so I could have dropped all of this stuff on it to identify the status. Then I could have tried some of the armors, maybe the plate mail on, maybe the shield. Keep the food, keep the gold. Well, I can't be bothered to go back and forth and... oh, where's all the... I really already buy this much food from the shop. Well, let's pay for these and then gather all of it at the door, so maybe they will we stop a bit faster. The 3 large rations are cursed ones, but I might need all the food for the crowning. I hope 4,000 gold is gonna be enough to convert the altar. We can also try sacrificing monsters to convert the altar, but it's a little bit risky. But well, yeah, if we find ourselves chaotic, then well, maybe we can do a regular chaotic run and just get a early chaotic crowning. Let's close the door so we don't get sacrificed. Now, I think I'm gonna have to just sacrifice everything and hope for the best. Yes, we got it converted. Now, it's going to be quite tedious to make this crowning happen because of the way that the altar is positioned here at the side. So yeah, I think I'm gonna cut the episode here, and then well, I'm still gonna record it, but probably not upload the video where I grind this crowning, because it's just gonna be me running around and luring enemies to the altar. And I think we will... I could actually go for the Tome of Donors. Now, there is a certain tome that you can get before around 9,000, I think it's 9,100 and something game turns have passed. It is in a random dungeon in the wilderness, so I would have to run around the world map and find the right dungeon, and might not even be able to enter it because it might be behind some mountains and would you would need a climbing set, which we don't have. So, well, we're gonna see how long the crowning takes, and if there are game turns left, then I can maybe go for the tome. But yeah, it's just going to be like this for quite a while, and I just lure enemies on the altar. So I'm gonna cut the episode here, and thank you for watching the first episode of, well, I guess we'll just do a normal ending. Normal ending. We can do the Ice Queen domain, and we can do maybe we'll do the Minotaur maze, but we are just going for a normal ending, and I might not do much of the grindy stuff except for this early crowning. But yeah, I will see you next time.